Howdy folks! When last we met, we hiked a 9-mile portion of the Pacific Crest Trail, starting around mile 456. Today we're heading around 12 miles south of mile 456, traveling north, taking in one of the most striking and famous landscapes along the PCT, and eventually arriving back at mile 456, the starting point of the last hike, bringing our mileage together on the PCT to, around 21 miles. In other words, put your pack on. We're going for a hike. The heck was that? I'm hearing this noise, and it kind of sounds like I don't know if it was audible on the video. I'm going to try and boost the sound and see if we can hear it, but I don't know what the heck it was. I don't know if it was a bear. I don't know if it was a cougar. It honestly sounded like a lion. Am I being a little paranoid? So if you were heading northbound, you'd be coming from over there. You'd arrive here at the Indian Canyon rest stop, or trailhead. There's a bathroom here, which is nice, and there's a place to put garbage, which explains this pile of garbage over here. Alright, so the PCT crosses the road. Goes past the security cameras and heads this way. So we're starting off near the town of Acton. We might actually be in Acton. And we're heading up north to Agua Dulce. And the ground is really muddy because we've been having a lot of rain here in Southern California. In fact, I think I've got some recording of that rain. I think I got some footage. Why don't we cut to that for a second? Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a lot greener out here, I think, than it usually would be. And this is just my assumption, because I've never hiked this part of the trail before. Just my luck to get my feet soaking wet on the very first few moments I'm back on the trail. Well, so much for self-congratulation. I got one foot in the water. So yeah, lots of running water sources back there for anyone who's doing a through hike. And speaking of water, remember the issue last time where I couldn't reach my water bottles in the back of my pack? Ta-da! No more reaching for bottles. And right over here, we have a monument signifying, I think it was in May of 1993. Let's see if it says. June of 1993. Stating that the PCT was officially complete. Alright. You see that mountain over there? That's nothing. Let's get over it. Whew. The first hill is always the worst. Sorry it's taken so long to get another video up here. I expected them to come pretty fast and furious. However, the aforementioned rain put a damper on that real quick. The next hike was supposed to be from Bouquet Canyon, up over that mountain, and I was going to bring Snail along. I don't know what the hell that is. So even though there's a slight chance of rain today, and I've already had a little drizzle, it came out anyway. Unfortunately, we also have a slight chance of bear or mountain lion. On the bright side, if that was a mountain lion I was hearing, it was growling, which probably means that it's got something to eat already and will leave me alone. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that will talk about hiking gear and clothing, and they all pretty much tell you stay away from cotton, which I definitely agree with, because while they'll tell you to get yourself a nice polyester shirt and some nylon pants and some wool socks, very few get into the details about underwear. Well, last time I wore cotton underwear. Don't do it. But now I'm wearing ex officio sport underwear, which is a synthetic blend. They're much more comfortable, and according to the package, it makes your butt look great. Don't worry, I'm not going to demonstrate. Probably. So some of you may be wondering, why am I watching this guy walk? Well, there's that, but also you may be wondering why I'm making these videos. Well, in addition to being a little video scrapbook for myself so I can look back when I'm 100 years old and say, hey, look what I used to be able to do, a lot of my friends live on the East Coast, so here's a chance for them to reconnect with me and I can say, hi, how you doing out there, everybody? But it's also for anyone else who wants to get out here and hike the PCT, who, like me, has a kid, has a day job, doesn't get a whole lot of vacation, but you want to get out for a day or two. Well, hopefully we will start getting out for overnights, but for now we're going to stick with day trips. And this way you can see, hey, if I start here, I'll end up here, I can park my car there, and I can walk from here to go to there, and I can get an Uber, and etc., etc. So hopefully this is helping somebody out. Well, as we learned last time, never say, I think I'm at the top of the mountain. Because although I may be at the top of this one, there could be another one right around the... Oh! That's not a mountain. That's the 14 freeway. Which means we are approaching Vasquez Rocks. Now, if I were foolish, I'd say it looks like it's all downhill from here, but I know better than to say something like that. It is downhill for a short while anyway. For the record, it's not all, hey look, there's the 14 freeway, and then you're there. It's, I've been going for about an hour now, and I have not crossed the 14. So the trail winds quite a bit down the side of this, other side of this mountain before it gets to the freeway. Shall we skip ahead a bit and get to the freeway? Alright, we've made it to the 14 freeway. And here's the ye old concrete monstrosity. Oddly enough, shaped like the PCT markers. Wow, that's a lot of dirt up there.
lot of concrete. A lot of cars passing over it day in, day out. Whole lot of weight. Very, very heavy concrete. You know, I mean, it's properly engineered. There's no reason it should collapse on you or anything. There, see? Nothing at all to worry about. So welcome to the world famous Vasquez Rocks, named after Tiburcio Vasquez, a bandit who used to rob people in the Los Angeles area in the mid to late 1870s. Careful this time. So the area is named for Tiburcio Vasquez because he and his crew of banditos used to hang out and hide among the canyons and mountains and caverns that dot this landscape. Now, sometime around 1935, someone over at Universal Pictures decided that the area kind of looked like Tibet, and they filmed some of a film called Werewolf of London here. And from that point on, the place was used pretty regularly for all kinds of movies. A lot of science fiction and horror, westerns, obviously. Most famous probably being an episode of Star Trek where Captain Kirk fights the Gorn. That's not Captain Kirk, that's my friend Randy. Try that again. And Captain Kirk fights the Gorn. It was also used in episodes of The Twilight Zone, even Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. The area is also very popular among treasure hunters, because Vasquez is reported to have hidden a lot of his loot within the caves and crevices of these hills and mountains. There's one particular piece of loot, a large ingot of silver, which he says he dropped down a crevice somewhere. They did eventually get the guy, but no one ever found the silver. At least no one ever reported having found the silver. Nice of them to put up those signs to tell us what all those dead trees are. Oh, don't take the nice level road over there. Don't take the nice level path. Go up. Now over here we find something interesting. As the story goes, this is all that remains of a zip line that a hermit used to use to get his supplies down there somewhere. Why he wanted to live down there is beyond me. I was listening to the audiobook of Skywalker, Highs and Lows on the Pacific Crest Trail. Skywalker being the trail name of Bill Walker. And he'd gotten an injury and had to get off the trail around Idlewild. Then he said I'm going to paraphrase because I don't have the book in my hands. He says he skipped ahead to Agua Dulce because it was an unremarkable section of the PCT. And And that way he can catch up to all the people who had left him behind as he continued to hike. I don't know, Bill. Maybe you should come on back out here and give this another try. Hey, I'm just funning you, Bill. I know you did what you had to do to stay on the trail. I'm not judging you. See, if you keep looking at that, you're gonna miss that. Whoops. All right, from this point on, the PCT becomes all road walk up until the point where we started the last time. But the good thing about roads is there are businesses along them, which means there may be food.
The PCT passes straight through the center of Agua Dulce, making the town a popular resupply point for through hikers or long-distance section hikers. For groceries, one can stop at the Sweetwater Farms Market, and hungry hikers can grab a bite at Big Mouth Pizza, or usually the Sweetwater Bar and Grill. Unfortunately for me, the Bar and Grill had recently changed ownership, and upon my arrival wasn't due to reopen for another week.
I'm the new owner here at Sweetwater Bar and Grill. We're closed temporarily, but we'll be opening Monday.
Oh, good.
So
All right.
We're going to hope to be ready for you hikers.
Agua Dulce is also famous for Hiker Heaven, the home of Jeff and Donna Softly, where hikers can receive mail drops, get themselves a shower, do some laundry, camp out, or just take a break after 454 miles on the PCT. Jeff and Donna have been hosting hikers since 1997 and reported 2,000 hikers having passed through in 2018.
Now technically I'm back at the car. And I have already done this section with my son. Should I just go home? Let's finish it. Let's get back to where we started last time. And here we are. Here's where we started last time. And there's that airplane that we didn't even know was an airplane until we were up higher. The fuselage, which I couldn't pronounce last time. All right, that was fun. Not sure where we're gonna go next time. Maybe we will go over the other mountain that we were supposed to go over this time, or maybe we'll go even further south and work our way back up to the mountain lion. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, take care, everybody. I'm gonna get an Uber back to the car at the church. I'm gonna walk. By the way, the mountain lion, turns out that Tippy Hedron's Shambhala Animal Preserve is just up the road from the Indian Canyon Trailhead. So if you're hiking in that area and you hear a mountain lion, don't worry, it's not a bear, it's not a mountain lion, it's Michael Jackson's Bengal Tigers.